Hi everybody, it's Renee and I wanted to share with you how I use my Midori notebook. I have the regular standard size Midori. What I normally do is it looks like this. I have just a regular Midori. I've added in a couple of charms. This one I've had in my stash forever, as well as this little snowman. Back in the day when you scrapbooked using charms. And I don't have a pen holder. I have a Pilot Friction erasable pen right here in the spine because my notebooks stick out a little bit, and then I just put my pen in here and I just throw this in my skate bag. So I'm taking it in and out, and sometimes it sits on the boards with me when I don't have a lesson and I'm just practicing myself to go over tips and record what I do on my lessons. So this is what it looks like. I got this off Amazon. I'll open it up here. So inside I have one folder that I made from a Target Dollar Spot folder. And then I have two notebooks that I've covered in scrapbook paper. And then I have a little plastic insert. This came from Midori. I got all of this on Amazon. That I just keep a washi card and a Teresa Collins label set in the back here. So I just thought I would show it. Not a lot of people do skating, but maybe you can find some other uses for it, because I do track my exercise. But first I want to show you my folder. As I said, I made it from a Target Dollar Spot. If I had it to do over again, I would make it a tiny bit smaller than this particular booklet, because it seems to get, because I have 3 booklets and the folder in here, it tends to stick out the bottom and get a little bit banged up. So I have 6 folders in here. I have a little tiny folder here, or I mean pocket. I have a square pocket here, and then I have a just a little punch folder here. And if I had passes, I don't have one right now, but when I have passes, I stick them in here, ice passes. And then I just wanted to show you that this is kind of like one of my programs that I just started working on it. So I have a diagram to help me remember, and then I just stick that in this pocket. And it's got a little bit of coffee on it because I spilled coffee, because you need coffee at the rink. This is my on and off ice practice log. So I just covered this in some Moxie scrapbook paper. I covered the inside with scraps and then a little bit of washi. I'm going to put another row of washi, sparkle washi here. But this is my on and off practice volume 2. It started in September and it's ongoing. And then this was my original. I had a sticker left over from a themed sheet. And then I had these 2 pink paisleys that I just overlapped and stamped on. This is volume 1. I didn't decorate the inside of this one. I have a inspirational quote here on the first page from some old soccer stickers that my daughter had. She played soccer until she was through 8th grade, and she's a freshman in college now, so the stickers are like 8 or 9 years old. But anyway, I just wanted to show you that what I've done is I put in the date for the week on my on ice practice, and then have Monday in here. I was doing Wednesday skating and in the morning and in the afternoon, and Friday, and then Saturday and Sunday. And then I would write which elements I was working on and how many times I worked on them. So I started this in November, and then I would write in if there's no ice, Thanksgiving. And then for my off ice, I was doing kind of some calisthenics then, so I was just kind of working up and doing a little bit of yoga there. That was before I really got into yoga. And then kind of by the months, I have washi by the months. So I'll just flip through that real quick to show you. And I've done different exercises off ice. So if you were doing some type of exercise program, you could really, you know, use this in how many days a week and what you were doing, your cardio or your yoga, or, you know, different times my coaches wanted me to work on different things. And then in the back here, I've finished, and I am going back through and doing all the totals. I'm not completely done yet. I gotta add this stuff up to see how many I've done over the last 6 months. But this particular booklet lasted a pretty long time. And I'm on my second one here. And I kind of streamlined the process a little bit. So, let's see. So this is August, and it was Labor Day, and we had no ice, and then my coach was at the doctor, and I don't really like getting up early when she's not there. I don't have very much motivation. But then my off ice, my yoga, my arms and my core, and how many times I do squats or off ice spirals, or those kind of things. And I've got this little page marker. I need to go in and write today's. I did 20 minutes of yoga this morning. I need to go in and write what I worked on today. So there's that booklet, and then this is the back. So you've got like a little place here to put passes or whatnot. I've got my program here, and like I say, I would cut this maybe a little bit smaller because it's starting to bend right here. So that's my folder. And my second book, I haven't named it yet, but I've used more of that Moxie scrapbook paper. And this is the old one I had. I had a really old sticker, I think, from when my daughter first started skating. So she was probably 6th grade or so. So I've had it a long time. This has been really good to use it up. I stamped in practice notes, so that was pink paisley. And then another inspirational quote here from that soccer set. And then I've got an index. November, December, January, February, March through April. So that's what I have. And then I had my large goals, what I wanted to do. And then I wrote in my November goals, and I wasn't very good about doing the follow through. And then I would just write down some notes from my lesson, how long I had a lesson, how long I had a practice, if it's a group lesson or a practice. And then I would just section off the days with washi tape. Then in December, I got a little better about filling in the goals. But that is pretty much it. And I was just different washi for each one. And I filled that up through April. So I'm going to keep all of these together. And then I can see how far I've come and what I was working on and where I was. Because when you're an adult and you're skating, it takes a long time to get through the moves unless you got to a pretty high level as a kid and then, came back to it. Then you probably have a little bit more, progress. But anyway, so this is my practice log now, and I've rewritten those goals in for the year, and then I've started some goals for next year, and then I started, I started with May, and then I wrote how far I got. I've got a clip, this is all clipped together. But then I also started doing those labels that I showed you and writing in the dates and just adding a little more washi to things. So these are my September goals. Today's the last day of September, so I need to write in how far that I've come. And then I've just used labels to mark the dates. And then here's today's lesson. And then I'll write in my lesson notes, and then I'll write in my October goals. My last book is my corrections book, and this one pretty much is going to stay here permanently. Anytime a coach gives me a correction or a tip, I write it in this book, and I've got an index, excuse me, and I've got it all marked from jumps, spins, and then moves, and anything else. And I've got another inspirational quote here. I wanted to mention that this book was the line book, and then this book was the blank book. I was just, when I first got this book, I was just trying different ones to see how I'd like them. I think I like the grids and the lines better than just the blank ones. So I've given each little section its own color washi and a label from October Afternoon. So then if I'm looking for a particular jump, then I can just go to that page. And some of these jumps in the beginning, I don't have too many notes because I'd mastered them. But like this Lutz one, I've got a lot of notes. It's a very technical sport. And I'm working on Axel here, and I've already got it one page almost full. I'm probably gonna have to do some tip-ins. And then spins, I've got another index and more washi, and you can see, so I could, if I want to go to spins, I can easily flip to that. Like I say, things I've mastered, I really don't have a lot in. But for like the camel hair, I'm like almost done. And then on to moves, etc. Again, another October Afternoon label and some washi, and then just different moves types patterns, which are like turns basically, and things. So sorry for the quick transition, but my camera ran out of battery, so I had to charge it and upload. So anyway, I was just showing you my corrections book. And those are the corrections that I make. And I just wanted to show you my old corrections book. I just kind of cobbled it together with a ring binder and a hole punch. And then these tab punch, which I have my moves, my jumps, my spins, and my uncaptured moves. And I would just use you know, index card, but this got really badly beat up in my bag. You can see it's all ripping and stuff, and getting the cards would get all jumbling. So the Midori really is an awesome way to keep track of things. And you're probably not a skater, but I was thinking if you're working on some kind of weight loss or fitness plan, this would be great maybe to follow. You can, on the grids, you can write in your, you know, how many repetitions of things you do and what exercises you're doing. If you're seeing a personal trainer, you know, you could write your corrections or your exercise ideas or tips in the back. The middle book could be just like your non-scale victories, or, you know, things that you've noticed, or how far you ran, or trail conditions. I think if you were like training for like a marathon or something, that would be great. You could write in your minutes and your off ice stretching and what stretches you're doing and that kind of thing. So I hope this inspires you a little bit to maybe think about breaking on Midori for some kind of exercise log. If you like this video, I'd appreciate it if you give a thumbs up. If you want to see more planners, scrapbooking, card making videos, I'd love it for you to have you as a subscriber. And thanks a lot for watching today. Have a great day. Bye-bye.